Accelerated Dragon, that is e4, c5, knight to f3, knight to c6, d4, c captures d4, knight captures d4, and now the move g6 is very popular at all level of chess. And on top of everything, there is a trppy line which has been recommended in many books and videos, and that goes as follows: knight to c3, bishop to g7, bishop to e3, and after knight to f6, the main line continues with bishop to c4, where black has two choices. The normal here is to castle, but queen to a5, where black hat sets up his tricky platform. And it is very obvious the attraction of this line is huge, as white has the only one move here which is right, namely castle, as if he plays any other moves, then at least black get a pawn advantage. I have covered whole this tricky line from the black perspective in my Dirty Chess Tricks 24, so if you are interested, then you can definitely watch it out. For example, there is a famous game where Super Grandmaster Nakamura, excess of 2700 plus, once continued with knight to b3, and after queen to b4, he casually played bishop to d3, only to face the root shock. Bam! So black is a clear pawn up, and the tactical point is, after bishop takes e4, black wants to give up the bishop pair, but in return, after pawn takes c3, queen takes e4, and when both the side castles, if you count the material, not only black come out as a complete pawn advantage, but look at the white pawn structure on the queen side, they are completely shattered, and no wonder even the strength of Nakamura cannot stop the defeat. So it is pretty clear that white has to castle at this point, and in fact it is now white who has sets up a cunning trap. Well, black should continue here with moves such as d6 or castle. However, many black player thinks that why not continue with queen to b4, which is in fact, as per the database, played in more than 2200 games. And it looks logical as well. You are attacking two spots, and when white defends this, what else but knight captures e4, winning a very important pawn. So everything looks so cool except one problem, that black is now losing by force. How? Let's check out. Number one, what actually black player is hoping for, that white can take this knight, so that after knight takes d4, he is a pawn up, and the further tactical justification is, after c3, black can throw this in between check, and when white capture it, he can safely capture on e4 and indeed remain on the driver's seat. So that is the reason why knight captures e4 is completely out of the equation here. And the correct start for our counter trap is knight captures c6, removing the piece that has been attacked by the black pieces. Okay, black queen get attacked, and black can go wrong one more time if he continue with knight captures c3, as after this white can simply capture the queen, and after knight captures d1 and rook captures d1, it is white who emerge with a piece advantage. So this variation is right out of the equation. That means black has to take this knight, and it doesn't matter however they recapture. The most famous choice is b takes c6. Afterwards, now you see the point, as this queen is the only piece who is defending this knight. So what we are going to do is eject this queen with moves such as a3, and suddenly black can no longer hold on to his knight. Pay attention guys, as game is not over, because black has a nice tactical resource here, namely knight capture c3, counter-attacking the white queen, so that if white foolishly take this knight, then after queen capture c3, this time black is 2-pawn advantage. So obviously we can't take this knight, that means we have to move the queen, and thankfully after white's next reply, more or less black can resign the game, and I hope you indeed see queen to f3, a multi-purpose move. Number 1, attacking on f7. Number 2, very important, getting the black queen. Okay, black can still play some tricky moves. Knight to e2, check, hoping that white can take the knight so the black queen can escape. But no way, white is going to play king to h1, and now indeed f7 is dropping and in fact the game. One of the recent game where the black player is in excess of 2600 continue with queen to d6, and white shows the power of his position by first giving this check, and after king to d8 he regained the piece back and attacked the black rook. Okay, black has two choices, and amongst them, if queen to f6, then white can simply exchange the queen and then place the move bishop to c4, which wins the piece on the spot. So that is right out of the equation. And in the game, black tried rook to e8, which I don't think so solves any problem, as white has a nasty reply here. Did you spot it? Congratulations if you see the move bishop to f7, which by force wins the game. Well, queen to f6 has been tried, but I think this is a big time blunder, as after the simple sequence, queen takes f6, pawn takes f6, bishop takes e8, king takes e8, and now sting in the tail, rook to e1, and that knight is a complete goner. You might say, hang on, black can play bishop to a6, right? Well, yup, he can, except the problem is, after rook to d1, white has a simple threat, namely rook to d2, and then nabbing the two piece for a rook, and emerge with a clear bishop advantage. And this is exactly happened in the game. Black plays d5, white indeed execute his plan, and after king to f7, what else? Rook takes e2, bishop takes e2, and rook captures e2, where the dust is settled down, and indeed white is emerged with a clear piece advantage. That's it guys, I hope you enjoy and learn this amazing counter trap in the Accelerated Dragon. Remember, after the castle, if your opponent goes with his tricky business queen to b4, then after bishop to b3 and knight captures e4, white played just one move, knight captures c6, and after this, no matter however black wriggles, it is white who will come out as a victorious in this line. Well, thank you for watching this video. Feel free to like, subscribe and comment, and I will see you in my next episode very soon. Bye and take care.